Kerrville, Texas, population 15,000, is normally a peaceful town. The Bolero Drive-In was a popular place to meet. Betty Stotts worked here as the cashier. Her son remembers that time.
A lot of people used to come out and see my mother a lot, not to see the movie, but just to talk to her. She had a lot of good advice.
Then tragedy struck. Betty Stotts was murdered. Strangely enough, an accurate prediction on that murder was made several days before the crime was committed by the victim herself, Betty Stotts. Here is that incredible story. Police arrived at the scene of the murder within minutes after the crime. Betty Stotts was dead, murdered in the very ticket booth that had been such a happy haven for her.
My mom knew that she was going to die in the box office. I think that she knew that she was going to die a very brutal type death. But she didn't want to give up her job at the box office because the box office was the place where she felt most spiritual. It was where she went to do her writings. Even in the daytime when she was off work, that's where she would go to meditate. And she didn't want to give that up. And she wasn't afraid to die. And so there was no reason to give that up.
Betty's diary, found in the burned-out ticket booth, seemed to document her feeling that death was near.
The remarkable thing about the whole incident was that the entire building, except for the outside structure, was totally consumed, except for two documents. And that's the notebook that Mrs. Stotts had and her Bible. I've had several people to ask me why these two documents were not damaged any more than they were. And I really don't know. I don't have an answer for it. The only thing that I can say personally is that maybe God had some reason for leaving or preserving these items.
After we read the writings, we knew exactly how she was feeling. And we also knew that she had the premonition because of the things that she did write. The burning and the cutting of oneself, our natural self, is sorrow. And when it's all gone, the higher self is left. A month before she died, she'd speak of, Debbie, if I die, I would like to have a closed casket funeral. I don't want people crying at my funeral. And she went into detail about how she wanted her funeral, which at the time I never thought about. But I believe that she was preparing us for this.
The night after it had happened, I was sitting here at home and just feeling very sorry for myself. And then I just heard her start talking to me, and at first it was kind of jumbled up. I wasn't hearing her with my ear. Her voice was coming to me in my mind. And so I walked into the bedroom, and it was like a tremendous power all around me. And I just sat down on the bed, and I was almost immediately drawn to this little bureau. It was almost a magnetic force that drew me. And I reached for the top drawer, and I heard her say, no, not that one. So I reached for the bottom drawer and lifted up some newspapers, and there was a letter to each member of the family that she had written before she died. The letters were little things that she wanted to tell us about ourselves. She told us to take care of each other. She told us a lot about our strengths and some of our weaknesses, and for us just to continue to grow and to learn and to be strong. Ronnie, please help take care of Roger and see that he has the attention that he needs. Just love him, and I know you will. I'll be around if you need me. I love you, Mom.
Don't get too impatient for your life to begin. Give it time, and God will bless you. I will try to help you. Watch for me, but don't worry if I never appear, as maybe I won't be allowed. But I am with you anyway, okay? I love you, Mom.
Roger, I'm so proud of you, and I know you are strong enough to make it without me. I will be with you all the time, even if you can't see me. Stay a good boy and try always to learn and grow in the Spirit of God.
Take care of Roger and give him lots of love, for he's still just a little boy and he needs love and understanding. Remember, you have a whole lot of life left to live, so live it to the fullest and get as much happiness as you can.
I believe that she did know that it was very near. And from the letters that were written, I think that, I really believe she wrote them about 3 days before it happened.
Were the letters and the notebook merely an uncanny coincidence? Or were they Betty's way of telling her family that despite her death, she would always be with them? When we return, you'll see